And the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Saints and the Falcons, and it's coming up next.
Come on, baby.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Come on, fellas.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. On first down, Tagovailoa. This goes to Mack on the check down. Pushing his way through. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Gets past one man, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Tua now on first down. He finds Austin complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6". They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 6. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They could game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try to involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number 1, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number 2, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to, but once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run it with Mack. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
Again, it'll be Mack. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He finds his man complete. That's Delgado. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. They'll look to throw here. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Dumps this one off to Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shit.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. He finds his man, complete. That's Delgado. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Kamara try the right side. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluwakin. I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football. On play action, they'll throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are back within a score.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Let's go!
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. He completes this one to Mack. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Delgado. The Saints going to call the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Not much there, only a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So thanks to the late touch. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
in need of only about the length of the football here on second down. A 10th carry for Kamara, and he gets it down to the 32.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to...
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And down to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. And plays like this, that's exactly why you take a Kyle Pitts with a 4th overall pick. So exciting with the ball in his hands, and he showed it off there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Pete Werner, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Tua. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Saints coming back out, ready to go for this next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A give to Kamara running right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
My game. Guys, stay in the situation. Go.
Tua now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Austin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Completes it to Austin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harrison. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Foyesade Oluokun made the tackle there from his safety position. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Delgado. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, this is Kamara, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Kamara. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Third down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.